Boom, we did it this time. Awesome, awesome. Okay, awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I think I let everybody in that's available. I've got a PowerPoint to keep me on track today, so I'm going to kind of share that after I get going here. So first off, thank you guys for watching this live or the replay. I appreciate you jumping on here. Some exciting things that have been going on, just to kind of give you up to speed, because I'm not going to take a lot of time on this one today. Because we're in the middle of summer and it's going good. But I've heard some new countries about to open up. They're like this close. They got all their permits submitted. They paid their licensing fees and everything like that. So hopefully that'll be a big announcement coming here shortly. That's going to get us into Asia. Let me put it to you that way. It's going to be huge, I believe, because those markets are fantastic. Now, you might not know anybody in these markets, but it doesn't matter. A lot of times how this works, how networking works a lot of times is you might know somebody here in the States who knows somebody, in a different state, in a different country. That's kind of how it works. That's how it's always worked for me. I never had any real personal contacts back in, a few years ago. Now I do, but it was usually just through somebody and so on. So it's really cool. So let me pull up a PowerPoint, because I have got some kind of some cool stuff I'm going to go through real quick. That was me checking myself live. So, I gotta get my PowerPoint. That's what I'm looking for. All right. Team Zoom should be up. Let me double check on my screen here. So we're good. Okay. So I wanted to kind of start this off, because this is how, when you're doing a business like this, because I'm going to go right into training and give some tips here and some housekeeping, but something to keep in mind when you are in the business and when you bring people on board in the business is people typically build and get customers, get reps to the level of their belief. Okay. In the direct selling networking industry, there's usually a small handful of things. There's four main pillars that most people, if they have their belief above a 5 or so, you can really get the thing going. So let me see if I can get this here. I don't know how to get my mouse up. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Sorry, somebody's trying to. Okay, I think I got it. I got to escape this here. All right, so it should be good. So basically what it is you got product, you've got company, industry, and then self-belief. All right. So what I had to do myself was I had to learn kind of what the different things were. Let me mute them. Okay. What I had to do is go through and figure out where I was missing it. Like if I wasn't getting a lot of customers, a lot of times it had to do with maybe I didn't believe in the product enough at the moment, that kind of thing. Or I maybe stopped recruiting because the company was doing some stuff. So that kind of thing, it kind of lessened my enthusiasm to go build long-term. The industry, a lot of people, sometimes you hear people get over and over, all the people that have never made any money in networking, they've got nothing but, terrible things to say. And then the hardest thing to overcome in most cases is self-belief, which is like, it's all about you, right? You got to figure yourself out. You got to learn how to do that. So what I would suggest that is if you took a screenshot of this, if you want to find out where you're going to go in this business down the road in a year from now, just take a screenshot of that, list where you think you are on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being, a breath away from the grave, 10 being you're about to, break through the barriers of all time, and make a list of these things. And then what I would suggest is that when you go through these things, it'll help you to kind of figure out what you want to study. That's kind of how I looked at it when I got going was, okay, if I looked at these different things and I know these are my pillars, which one do I have to get my belief up in? All right. So let's talk about the company real quick, because this is I just took this screenshot this morning. You can always find a lot of information, data like this at businessforhome.org, businessforhome.org. And you have to get on their company lists. They have to, the companies actually have to submit their taxes and things like that, the receipts, things like that, to prove that these are accurate numbers. Okay. So that's how they get these on this website. But if you look at where we're at right now, what's really cool is the company. And if you look at the growth of APL Go from 10 million back in 2015 to where we are last year, they did 125 million. That is a nice steady growth. Now, really cool part is this company being 9 years old and hitting those numbers, they've done those numbers primarily over in Russia and parts of Europe. You're just now seeing the United States come on board in the last 6 to 12 months because during this, kind of whisper launch. And again, they haven't even had an official US launch yet, right? The other thing here is a 63% payout is unheard of in direct selling and network marketing companies. Usually it never even comes close to that. The majority of companies that I see are lucky to push past 30 to 40% max. This company's been paying out consistently over 63%. And if you look at last year, estimated per year, they were paying out over $78 million, okay, to the field. So that's massive, right? That's massive. So that means a lot of people basically made some money. I'm sure there were a handful that made big money, but overall, there's a lot of people that have made money. And then if you look at the last section, momentum rank, we actually just broke in number 14. When I joined, I think we were like 18 back in January of this year. And then I recently saw we'd edged up to 15. And so it takes quite a bit to move the momentum rank needle in on this website. But I think it's really, really cool to see this. So you can always go again to businessforhome.org and take screenshots of this and click through the companies. This recently came out on August 18th, 2021, where they listed the AAA plus network marketing companies, which is the highest recommendation that you can get for a network marketing business, where they take all the companies based on all kinds of criteria: momentum, Alexa rates, page views, distributor comments, YouTube's social media platforms, everything. And if you look, this is actually alphabetical. We are one of those companies that got the AAA plus rating, and we're number 2 there based on the alphabetical listing there. So really, really cool that our company is doing that. So we have a product that no one's ever heard of in the States. It's a first of its kind to come to market. We've got a company that's breaking all kinds of records. So we're really, really on track to probably get you up over that hump of those numbers. Okay. Now, let's talk industry real quick. I've personally been in the industry myself, going on about 24 years now, at least 24 years. And I've learned a lot about it. Okay. I've done a lot of bad things or things wrong. And I've done a lot of really, really good things and had some really, really good success. I actually created an entire network marketing mastery course. If you want to learn networking and kind of how it's always fit together for me, because I do things a little different than the majority. Like I incorporate old school strategies and principles with new school strategies and techniques. How to use the internet, how to use Facebook, Google, YouTube, that kind of thing. So I combine those two. And this course is normally for over $400, almost $500, $497, I believe I have it listed for. If you use that link, healy.click/MLM training, I have it designated for my team that you can get this course for free. Okay. So you guys on my team, if you want this full training, there's hours and hours of information in there, but I think it's a really good training because you can go through and you can learn some things, you pick up some tips and so on. And then the other thing I would suggest, if you've never listened to it, is go get go to YouTube, type in building your network marketing business, and find one of these by Jim Rohn. It's the same one. It's an audio, probably one of the best in the industry. And you'll laugh if you actually listen to this and hear me talk. You're going to hear a lot of references to the same methodologies and the way things work. Okay. Now, housekeeping real quick. Those of you who are on the team or you're in part of our company or part of the business, you're welcome to jump on here at any time, but we send our team directly when they enroll to myreptraining.com, have them click on the start here where they go through a short video, intro by me. They've got some downloads and things that they can get. You're also invited to come into our Facebook group, which is called Pop and Drop Global. And in there, we've got trainings, tips, stuff like that. You can always click on the search on any group you're a part of there. That's why I got the arrow there, and type in a term. Like if you're looking for, dual team commissions or pay plan or whatever, you can type that in. It'll pull up the relevant information. Now back to the product and belief in the product. This is the site you want to go to and send people to. So you can send prospects to. It's called Go Life. And again, you just invite them to that, and they can go in there, they can look around, and they can see all the testimonies. In most cases, we have a strategy we use with these types of Facebook groups called the ATM strategy, where you add somebody to it, you tag them in a message. Maybe there's a post in there, you tag it to them, and then you message them, letting them know you did it. I typically message somebody telling them I'm going to tag them in a post while I add them. Okay, so that's kind of how I do it, but it's just easy to remember. Add, tag, message, add, tag, message. Okay. So if you have questions on this, you're obviously welcome to reach out to us corporately. The APL Go, this is what it looks like, the corporate Facebook page. Only problem we got so far is it's a great page, got a lot of great videos, got a lot of great pictures, but a lot of the posts are in Russian still. So they're working on that. Now, quick link to your back office, because this is not clear a lot of times. If you type in backoffice.aplgo.com, you'll see this come in. You click, put your information, log in, and it will default you to this page here. The other thing too is you want to make sure that if you want to know what your rank is, your IDs, things like that, at the top there, you see where your name is next to the crown. If you click that little drop down arrow, it's going to pull this up, where you can see how many people you've personally enrolled, your status, registration link, and if your affiliate site link does not show up there, you should be able to just click on the icon or whatever they have now. I don't remember currently what it is, but it'll take you there to set it up. Also, you can go into, on the left-hand side, account details, click on that. It'll open up a little drop down, have affiliate site, click on that, and that's where you can edit everything. The other thing too is when you default to the main page of the APL Go back office, you always want to make sure that you have all green yeses. If you see a spot where there's a red no, usually it'll give you a definition of what you're missing there for a requirement, whether it's hey, I need to put a 40 PV order in, or whatever it might be, and you want to make sure you have those things taken care of. Now, other thing, real important, monthly, you want to make sure you have an active website so that you're eligible for commissions for next month. What you do is you click on shop auto ship. It'll give you online store. Click on that. It will open up the shipping address thing, and you're going to see type, where it says auto ship activity. And if you are not a diamond, it will say status. In 99.99% of the time, if you're not a diamond, you want to click on status, so that all your points and all of your sales go towards getting your status level up to 3,000, to where you become a diamond, so that you have all the other commission things that open up for you. If you're already a diamond, I would just suggest you click on activity and just add that activity, just meaning, hey, I did 40 PV or 80 PV, and that will take you there. Once you've done that, it'll take you to the next page where the products are. You can pick and choose what products. You obviously can add, subtract, that kind of thing. And if you ever have a question on what's in a package, you just mouse over it. It'll give you details. And if you want to read more, you click on that. It'll take you to the kit page, which will show you each one specifically, what the benefits are. Most of us, that have been in this thing for a little while, have all worked up or purchased the diamond packages, because you get so much extra product at a discount, and obviously you get higher ranking. Okay, last thing on here, kind of training wise, or not last thing, but real important. I hadn't gone over this in a few weeks, and I wanted to make sure for the new people out there that you check this out. Is we have, I believe, the best system for recruiting that's ever been brought to the network marketing industry, because it's like a high-level CRM system that corporations use, except it's been designed specifically for network marketers. I believe that the system is a leverage by which you turn ordinary people into extraordinary performers, and it's called Rapid Funnel. Rapid Funnel is a texting app that literally has all of the relevant content and information and tools to help you become an expert and not be the message, but just the messenger. All you have to do is get it, set up a new account. First month, it's $1, $19 a month thereafter, totally worth it, because this is how you should begin and continue to communicate with people about the business. You click on set up new account. You want to add Go Team when it asks you for a group code. Go Team is our team's code that we use because we do specific contests and things like that. So you type in Go Team, it'll then be on your phone and so on as you set it up. I actually should flip those slides. You just add your information and it will literally walk you through the steps. Once you've logged in, it's going to look just like this. Welcome, Mike. Let's get you started. And how you add contacts, it's going to want you to add a few contacts. You literally click on that button right there. You can, at any time, you can click on the arrow and it'll ask you to import those, or right there, you can type them in manually. So if you run it into somebody at the gym, you've been talking about your energy levels and they say, hey, I got to try some GTS, and you can type them in and boom, 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 and say, I'll send you some info on GTS. And now you have them in your rapid funnel contact list. Or in most cases, you're going to want to import friends, family, associates, acquaintances from your already existing data list on your phone. You click on import, it'll pull up your contact list. It'll ask for, kind of approval to do it. And then all you do is add somebody. I use this example as adding my wife. Once she's in here as a contact, I click on send resources, and then I pick which one I want to send. I typically start with the presentation. So I go to here, DNA drops, present, and then I like the new 9-minute APL Go video. Kind of gives a full overview, and you just click on that, highlight that box, and if anytime you want to know what they are, you can click the play button. It'll open a separate window for you. That way you can see what you're about to send to somebody if you haven't seen it yet. But if you check that, it'll open it up, show you where your websites are. And then what'll happen is once you've clicked that, saying, hey, that's the one I choose, you'll notice that box turns gray. The middle one is the text. The bottom left one looks like an envelope is email. And the one on the right will also allow you to share this information in WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, and so on. But the middle one is what you're probably going to start with or use most often, and that is the texting. If you click on that, it's going to put in the pre-loaded content from the texting app, but I usually add some stuff myself. So I always add my cursor to the end, right after Stacy's name, after the comma, and I usually do a voice to text where I'll say, hey, Stacy, Mike Healy here, in case you didn't recognize the number. Hey, I just wanted to touch base with you. And I don't know if you'd be interested or not, but there's a brand new company just launching in the United States. They're actually 9 years old, doing 100 million a year in sales overseas, but they have a totally unique product. I'm attaching a short video for you to check out. Let me know what your thoughts are. Thanks, Mike. And something along those lines. And boom, I click it and send it. And then it goes to the person. Once it's gone to the person, at any time, you can actually click on your contacts in the bottom left of your website, your page. And what is cool is it will pull up their names and it'll show you the numbers next to there in the gray numbers. What's nice about that is that allows you to get information and detail about them, what they've done. So I can click on Steve, open up his contact, click on activity log, and see that Steve has gone through my personal website. He looked at some other resources. He watched the APL Go video, and I can scroll through and see exactly the time and place he did that. This allows you to talk to the right people at the right time about the right thing. How much of an advantage do we have now on that? Okay, I'd say that this is a system that has to be, you want to have in your arsenal when you're doing things. I'm going to talk about the samples here in a second, but also you'll be able to go to your main page in the rapid funnel and see stats, how many people you've got engaged and that kind of thing. And if at any time you get confused or don't know where you're at yet, if you're brand new, click on that more button with the little dots, bottom right corner. It'll open up. You can see the different things where you can change your profile and click on coaching, and it'll give you some APL Go specific training and rapid funnel training. You just click on that and you're good to go. And the last thing, if you're brand new to this and you need somebody to help you with closing people, just set them up as your accountability partner, and your upline will get contacted every time you have information. So go ahead and get the rapid funnel. Highly, highly recommend it. Next thing, sampling. Last thing. This is kind of one of the easiest things I've seen to do with this product, because samples create conversations. And that's really how the process of networking works, is you want to just get somebody's attention, get something going, okay? conversations create invitations. When I mean invitation, an invitation to take a look at something. A lot of times you'll be with somebody, you'll just be idle chit chat. You give them a sample and stuff like that. They really like it, and you say, and they go, "Oh man, what is this? This tastes amazing." Da 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 da. You might add a few things. Say, you know what? How about if I invite you to take a look at this thing, or I invite you to go into our Facebook group and look around? Okay, because ultimately, if you invite them to take a look at some information and they do view that, whether it's in the Facebook groups that we have, or obviously Rapid Funnel, which is my preferred thing of choice, you can click on present. You want to get the presentation in front of them, because the more people you get to present the full opportunity to, the more results you get and the more benefits you have. I'll give you an example. I sent out an email to a handful of my friends and family and people on my email lists. And all I did was this. I asked people. So my objective was to get some samples out. This is the text I typed out. I need your help. And no, I don't need you to sign up for anything. Laugh emojis, right? Trying to win my company's product sample contest. My goal is to sample out 50 free samples of this new Rapid DNA product by this weekend. They're lozenges and they taste like candy. There's 15 different experiences for all kinds of health benefits. Here's all I need you to do if you want to help me out and get a free sample on my dime. Okay, so that's the first part of it. And then on the right, you'll see, because this is the text version of that email, was reply to this email, pick one of the products, and I sent them a picture. I sent the picture in the text and I sent it in the email. I, at the time, was giving out a full box because I qualified of winning 2 or 3 contests and had plenty of product on hand. You may not want to do that. I typically would, if somebody responds a lot of times, I'll just say, hey, what are you dealing with, or whatever. And that's kind of how I put it there, because these are the $25 ones and so on. So anyhow, you can mix and match. So if somebody said, well, I'd love to try the Grow, the GRW, but I can't decide whether I'd like to try the Relax. Click, cut off 3 of each and send it to them in a box. We put a bunch of packages together. We mailed them out, and here were the results. This is something I did about 2 months ago, but I'm going to just show you for the new people that haven't seen this. I sent out 34 samples. Actually, my wife did. 8 people actually purchased. Of the 34 samples, 8 people purchased. 3 bought $100 product packages, which equaled $30 in my pocket. 3 at $600 for $315 in my pocket. 1 at $1,800, which is $360, and I even had one person sign up as a diamond for $600. All said and done, the Go Kit earnings alone were over $1,300, and that sample only cost me maybe under $100 or whatever, right? But wait, there's more. Also, because that volume accumulated, it went into my pay leg times the 30% because I'm a diamond, and I earned an additional $828. So if you added the $828 plus the Go Kit earnings, that was $2,100. And I think I showed some of you this picture before. I actually went and purchased a John Deere tractor with the earnings. I actually had to throw a little more money in there. And what's funny is a lot of people don't know this, but I already sold that riding mower and went and got a zero turn because I didn't realize how much fun the zero turns were. My neighbor let me try his. And I was like, okay. And I turned right around, sold this brand new, and bought a brand new zero turn, which cost me a little bit more. So I had to sell some more samples on here. But I wanted to show you guys that because I think that's real important that you see all of those things. I know I blew through that in 30 minutes, but if you look at getting your confidence up in yourself, the product, the company, and the network marketing direct selling industry, if you just get those things over a 5, you stay consistent with activity, results happen. Okay. And again, go listen to the Jim Rohn network marketing thing, because it'll put it in perspective that Jim always talked about. Hey, I'm working full time on my job, but part time on my fortune, kind of thing. That's, I think I paraphrased it, but that's in essence why he was teaching network marketing and so on. And I've seen a lot of people that just don't understand it, that have stayed the course over 6 months, a year down the road, that have established some stuff because they've just been consistent, to where now a year later they look and they're getting a check that's paying for all their product, got a lot of extra money left. Some of them have checks with commas in them monthly. Some of them are up to checks with commas weekly because of what they did back in the past. Number one money earner in my very first company I ever did 24 years ago, said in network marketing, he said the power of what this is it's not what you do, it's what you start. And it was really cool. One time, first time I ever met him, I didn't understand networking or leverage or that anything. And when I had met him for the first time in person, and he asked me who had gotten me in, and I had gotten in like 3 months earlier. And he said, well, who got you in? And the guy that had joined a couple of weeks before me. And we tracked who got that guy in, and we tracked how long that guy had been in, maybe a year or so before that guy, and who got this guy in. It's this guy. We literally tracked it back to a person that this guy had enrolled 8 years earlier. 8 years earlier, this guy enrolled somebody, and over a period of time, which he had thousands and thousands of people in his organization, and it tracked down that somebody told somebody who told somebody that here I was getting in a couple months earlier, meeting him for the first time. So it really put a big light bulb moment in my mind, because you can do other things out there to make money, which you should. Obviously, most people are doing networking part-time, and build this as an asset. Okay, not a liability. If this is, you're losing money every month in your company, or this company specifically, obviously you're doing it wrong. This should be an asset that continues to grow if done correctly, and your asset creates more value. And I mean, if you put this against anything else out there, if you started making a $400, $500 a month residual income, what kind of rental property size of cost would that have, that you would have to make that kind of return? What kind of money, if you were just drawing complete interest, what kind of stock would you have to have? That's why network marketing is very, very appealing to the masses. But it's work, and you just got to go out there and really put your nose to the grindstone and really make this thing happen, because it's not going to just show up in your lap. Okay. So all that being said, I am going to jump off because today's my son's birthday, and I got a lot of stuff to get done in the next hour and a half. This morning I already power washed the brand new pool that we just basically finished yesterday, and I'll show you pictures and videos of that shortly, eventually. But it's pretty awesome, and it wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't be doing networking. Promise. That's kind of the benefit of the industry, obviously. But anyhow, so here's the last thing I will leave you with. If you'll do today what others won't, you can live tomorrow like others can't. Thank you guys for jumping on here, whether it's replay or whatever. Obviously, if you got questions, anything you need, just make sure you reply, like, share, whatever, do that kind of thing. And we'll see you at the top. Thanks, guys.